let's talk a little bit about the Russian coup that's happening in Russia right now. One thing I want to make clear is yesterday a channel called Green Greg's. If you haven't checked his channel out, go check him out. Green Greg's. He posted a video about a lot of activity on military bases, B-52s, taking off, F-35s taking off. Now, I kind of think the reason they were doing that is because they knew before we did, me and you, that this coup was going to take place over there in Russia. They was afraid, hey, Putin, if this happens, he may hit the button, right, and start nuclear war. We need to have our assets in the air. That could be why we saw the extra and all that on the military, on the Air Force bases and stuff, sending their B-52s and their F-35s, getting them up in the air. Now, with that said, a lot of people are like, yeah, finally this guy's going to take Russia over. This guy is crazy. The guy who's attempting the coup here, he believes in scorch earth policy. He doesn't think that Russia's doing enough in this war. That they need to essentially just blow everybody off the map type stuff. That's the way he is. A lot of people are confused to what the Wagner group is. It is basically a mercenary group. They're paid to go fight, but they're fighting on behalf of Russia. Now, there's stories of this guy and Putin being friends. We're hearing all kind of crazy stuff right now. Supposedly, I'm watching a channel right now that says that he's taking another city on his way to Moscow. I don't know. All this supposedly started over Russia hitting some of the Wagner troops with artillery or airstrikes or something like that. It upset him, so he was going to take over and make sure that didn't happen again. Take over the military area, right? Guys, y'all need to understand, this guy, if he does somehow get Putin out of office, right, he's not the good guy. He's not. So why are y'all so excited about this? Because this guy is crazy. Plain and simple, he's crazy. He believes in scorched earth policy. He doesn't believe in the way they're fighting this war right now. He thinks they're not doing enough. Now, you also had this week, you had the senators come out. Could y'all believe that? Saying if any nuclear weapons used or a nuclear power plant's used, that we need to immediately Article 5 NATO, and we need to get in this, right? All this stuff is pre-planned. I've tried to tell you this over and over and over, and a lot of people don't believe it. But believe it or not, other countries know what another country is doing before we ever hear about it, right? I don't care how much. Another thing, where is all this insider information that everybody on YouTube claims to have, right? They claim to have contacts inside the military, inside of, everywhere, right? Inside the White House, contacts. But yet they don't get notified. They didn't know this was going to happen. That's big news, right? Huge news that, hey, there's going to be a coup attempt in Russia. But yet somehow all these famous YouTubers that has their insider information and their private hidden contacts didn't know this was happening. Green Greg's channel, great channel, like him. He's from Alabama. He's over here west of me. Good guy. Never met him, but I like his channel. Now that you look back on that video he posted yesterday about all this activity on the military base, as far as that people were telling them that, B-52s were taking off, F-35s were taking off. We're not talking one or two. We're talking they were sending a lot off, right? Makes 100% sense now if they knew this was going to happen over there, right? Very strange. Some people think maybe the United States, NATO, United States, bought this guy, bought him to do this, paid him money to do it, If they did, it's just because they're wanting to speed up this. It's not going quick enough over there for them, right? They're wanting to get this thing nuclear. Because this guy believes in scorched earth policy. That's the way he thinks they should be fighting this. But you have so many people excited. Oh, we're going to get Putin out. They're going to go over there. You're going to get Putin out. It's not going to stop this. This guy is a crazy, psycho guy. It's not what you're thinking. It's not that he's doing it for the good of the Ukrainian people. He's doing it because he doesn't believe that Russia is doing enough and not enough scorched earth policy to win this war. Guys, if this happens, if he takes over Russia, the nuclear stuff that I've told you I haven't seen a use for, why would they use them? It's completely off the table. This guy gets in there, I'm telling you, they would more likely be a nuke used. You heard it from me. I would never say that because I'm not a doom and gloomer. If this guy gets power, gets control of Russia and all the military, the use of a nuclear weapon has just went up to way high percentage, right? Because right now there's no sense in it. Everybody's screaming nuclear war, nuclear war. Why? You know, there's not enough really going on over there to use one, right? Russia's not losing, you know. Why would they need to use a nuke? Another thing people don't understand, all this talk about, like the big channels telling you that they're going to use a nuke any day now, the winds over there come, you know, just like here, west-east, you know, that's the prevailing winds. The fallout would eventually hit Russia if they set one off in Ukraine. So you got to think about that. But this guy is crazy. Let's see what happens with it. You know, who knows, right? But from what I'm seeing right now, he's just took another city over there on his way to Moscow. You know, he's claiming it's not a coup attempt, that he's claiming it's just something that, you know, trying to get control of the military. But we all know how everybody, you know, just makes up crap now to do what they want to do, right? Let's see what happens. Keep your eyes and ears on this. If anything major happens today, I'll get back on with the video. I didn't make one yesterday because I wanted to see what was going on. I wasn't going to jump on here and start screaming about stuff, right? I did make a community post. The 2 people that commented on it, thank you. You know, I said, let's wait and see what happens, and now we are. Here we are about, what, 18 hours later, and he appears to be going to Moscow. Let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think if this guy gets in power over there that it's awesome? Or you agree with me? This guy's a lunatic. He's worse than Putin ever dreamed of being. Let me know your thoughts on this. Comment on this. Guys, y'all know to keep your head on a swivel and be aware of your surroundings at all times and protect yourself and your family at all times. Pay attention to what's going on over there because there's too much stuff moving right now that we didn't know this was going to happen, and everything's speeding up. I told you it has to speed up, right, before we get to the bottom. Stay safe, get to prepping.